At the PIAA opening round District 1 playoff matchup between Downingtown West and the Springford Rams. 2:58 remaining in the game. Downingtown leading 8-4. Paul Majors had 3 goals tonight, trying to start his own comeback. He scored the last 2 in about a minute and a half to scratch the Rams to back within 4. The Whippets have pretty much owned control of the game from the outset, took an early lead, and have just taken Springford out of their typical game. The Rams have not run like they usually do, have not been able to force the offensive pressure like they generally have. And the Whippets goaltenders made 4 or 5 really good saves, a couple from point blank range in the first half to really set the tone. It was 5-2 at halftime. Downingtown West came out and got the only goal of the third period to go up 6-2, but the Majors posted 2 goals to get the Rams with 4. Downingtown's answer with 2 of their own, 8-4 with a minute 56 to go at Coach McNally Stadium. Opening round of the PIAA District 1 Boys Lacrosse Playoffs. Certainly not the way Paul Major wanted to end his illustrious career here at Springford. He's had an amazing tenure. You think back to 2 years ago when Drew Thomas was here, Paul Bach, Paul Major. What a team that was. 3 district wins, defeating Garnet Valley down at Garnet Valley. 1:19 remaining here at Coach McNally Stadium. Whippets content with just controlling the ball and moving it around the offensive zone. Kind of playing keep away here. The winner of this game moves on in the playoffs. Kind of a congratulations, you've won, but thank you. Here you get to play against the number 2 seed Downingtown East Cougars at Kottmeyer Stadium in Downingtown, Pennsylvania on Thursday. The Whippets very familiar with the Cougars. They battle each other every year in the Chestmont League. Timeout being called by the Rams here. Kevin Donnelly with 43.3 seconds. Just the body language of the Rams can tell you how the game's going. It was pretty much that way at halftime. Just didn't seem like the emotion or enthusiasm for playing for each other was there from pretty much the second quarter on, where Downingtown posted 3 goals to kind of grab control of the game. It was 1-1 after the first quarter. Downingtown scored the next 3 goals, take that 4-1 lead, and it's really not been the same game since.
2 flags on the right. First one, 14 1-minute slashing. Second penalty for 1, 30 seconds, push. Final in District 1, Pencrest 6, Muskegon 5.
Other Pac-10 action tonight, Methacton, who had to travel to Ridley. Last night in the fourth quarter, they were down 16-4 to the Green Raiders of Ridley. Lacrosse is a little bit different game when you get outside the Pac-10. District 1 has some very, very serious lacrosse programs. Probably one of the toughest in the state as far as district play. So earning that state bid like the Rams did a couple years ago is something that just doesn't come along every year. Couple penalty flags flying here. It's getting kind of ugly here the last 27.5 seconds of the game. Certainly not how number 2 thought his career would end here at Springford High School. He has been amazing, and people will talk about this team for years to come. 3rd straight consecutive Pac-10 championship. that team 2 years ago, able to vanquish the demon of Owen J. Roberts, who had won it 3 years consecutive. The mantle's been passed to the Springford Rams, thanks to Mr. Major and company. They've won it the last 3 years. Who knows what next year will bring. Last 13 seconds running off the clock here at McNally Stadium. Looks like the Downingtown West Whippets will move on to face their arch enemy, the Downingtown East Cougars, on Thursday in the second round of the PIAA District 1 playoffs. And that'll do it here. West came in here on a mission. They really played well. And that'll do it. That concludes our game. 8-4 here in the final at Coach McNally Stadium on the campus of Springford High School. Downingtown West emerging as the victor will advance to play Downingtown East in the second round of the District 1 playoffs.
I'd like to congratulate the senior class of the Springford Rams with 50-plus wins in their careers and 3 Pac-10 titles. Congratulations to all our seniors.
The announcer here at Coach McNally Stadium just making a point that this team has had over 50 wins. This group of seniors at Springford has just been amazing. They've amassed more than 50 wins in their last 3 seasons en route to those 3 Pac-10 titles. A huge accomplishment, something to be very proud of. But sure not how the Rams anticipated their season ending tonight. They'll be packing up the equipment, as they say, after this evening, closing the door on some great careers here at Springford High School.